Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It, OSC, Let's Talk About It. I'm your host, Bethel, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Sandra, Moni, and Tammy.
Hey.
So today, we just going to dive into this. We have our topic up today is, are we living in uncertain times, ladies?
Absolutely.
There seems to be a fear in the air. Should we be concerned? Are we living in uncertain times? What exactly does that mean, living in uncertain times? So we're going to talk about that when we come back in a minute. Okay, and we're back. So, yes, are we living in uncertain times?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we
Yes.
Statistics tell us that we are. There is a global concern. Climate change. We having the wildfires, the hurricanes, the melting of North Pole, and the polar bear crisis and all of that. So we have that going on.
And to have the president pardoning people as soon as he get in.
Oh my God. Oh my God, okay. You went there. That's where you went? Okay.
I tried to hold it.
1,500 people. 1,500 angry people.
Right.
Because they are angry. It's then we have the economic situation. The homelessness, especially first of all, LA had I think they have the biggest homeless problem, but there's homelessness that has risen since the pandemic. And we talked about the pandemic in a previous episode, but homelessness, it's more people that since they're raising the prices on the housing and all of that, they can't afford the housing.
Basic living.
Basic living they cannot afford. So they're doing, we had the tent situation here in Philadelphia. They had to keep moving the tent people. Like, it's so many people that cannot afford homes.
Let me say this about the tent thing here in Philly. I was driving about a month or so ago, and it hurt my heart because at the end of the day, you may be homeless, but you are still a human being. So when I seen them rip their belongings away, just take them and start throwing them in the back of the garbage truck.
What?
And gave them no time frame to move their stuff, left them with nothing. I said, that is so inhumane.
That is.
It hurt my heart. They threw it in the trash. But I'm saying you might have had some things that you wanted to keep, even though you're homeless, that is still your stuff.
And the little bit of stuff you do have, I'm sure you cherish it.
Exactly. But then they want them to move it. But you want me to move to where?
Exactly. You're not providing anything for me. So then that goes with your mental state. You know, I feel for the homeless people because it's a lot that they have to endure, and we don't know what took them there in the first place.
And it could easily be you. If they went into a sense of they say we're all because one paycheck away from, because we don't live in a society that should save like we should. We talked about saving on this on one of the other episodes.
Inflation is how can you?
How can you? So the money I did save up with, I maybe had to dip into that. Because of everything going up and being so high now. My mortgage done went up. It was supposed to be, a fixed income, and now it's not. And then you're going up on that. And if you notice, those people who are renting, their landlords are going up every year on their rents.
And rent is ridiculous.
Rent is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness! I remember when I had my first apartment, it was like $395, and I was like, okay, honey. When the people was telling me, oh yeah, I'm renting this room, $1,000. I said, for a room? For a room? Are you kidding me?
My rent was $3 something too. When I first started renting.
Yeah, I'm renting a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, $1,900 a month.
Oh my goodness.
$2,000.
That's what the economy has done to people.
That's outrageous.
What utilities are included?
None.
The devil and his mother. They
It's
both
a lie.
lie. They both lie.
They are lies.
Yeah,
That's
we know.
wow.
And that's why people are getting together and moving. You know, let's move together and get a house that we both would want. But then you have to deal with that person's personality.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
And
can
have
you
to check
do?
for the
That's a
comfortability.
lot. That's a lot. You know.
It would be wonderful if this was a place that cared about people like they care about animals.
Mm.
No,
Mm.
Because we have tons and tons of homeless humans.
Mhm.
But let a dog go, and I'm an animal lover. I
Yeah.
got a dog and a cat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I carry dog ashes with me everywhere I go.
Oh my.
I'm a lover of animals.
Mhm.
But if we could love people how we love animals, instead of, you see them out there, you saw them throwing their belongings on the trash. Find a place. There's temporary shelters. I'm trying to build one myself.
And they are a whole human
Temporary
being.
Yes.
They are a whole
But they'll
human being.
go above and beyond.
Even the
for a
commercials
stray
that
dog
they
or a
have
cat.
for the strays
And you know,
is heartwarming. You be like, I'm going to
I'm
them
gonna send them
commercials.
$2.
Let me
you
send them
know?
$2
Yeah.
because they put their face like they're sad and all that. And this is for animals.
Animals.
And I'm saying all these people out here that don't have. How are we giving to these animals? And you got people out in the street that
In the
don't
street,
that
right.
don't have anything.
But it's
Exactly.
certain people.
Yeah.
You reminded me of the Ukrainian individuals that came over here, and they were set up with housing
Yeah.
and food stamps and cars and stuff like that. And here our own people,
And our own
that's
people
what
in
they
our
hear.
own state are not being taken care of.
It's
that way.
very
Why you not
uncertain
giving?
times.
Why aren't you giving them? Take care of your own first. I
But
understand
wait,
when people
wait.
say that. I understand when people say
Here's the
that.
kicker to that.
Mm-hmm.
They do that with a lot of foreigners, the
There's the-
Koreans.
Oh, yeah,
they come
they
over here, they
give
set them up with
spouses.
their businesses and all of that. They give them loans and
All
stuff
of
like
that.
that. But
Yeah.
they'll tell you your credit is bad.
Right.
What are
We
you
born
talking
and
about?
raised
And we
here.
born and raised here.
Texas, been working since I was 14. I'm tired. I'm ready to
Right.
retire. But anyway, that's a
Right.
different
But listen
story.
to this. Now there's a law being passed. If you're homeless and you have nowhere to go,
You go locked up.
you can get locked up.
They started that already in Harrisburg.
But I have nowhere to go.
So you're going to
Prison.
jail.
And guess what?
They gonna give you
We
a place
gonna-
to stay.
But then
Prison.
I
we
wanna
gonna
go to
pay
prison.
for that
Mhm.
as taxpayers.
That's still taxpayer dollars.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how inhumane is that? I don't have nowhere to
Do
go.
you know what
Now
they
you're
feel?
gonna give me
You
a
got
record.
3 beds in a
Animals.
cot though.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's an incentive. Because a lot of these people, to be honest, they don't want your help.
Yeah, that's
Let me
true.
tell you something. It was a
Don't.
guy.
That's true.
Okay, so my job is right around the corner from. It's like okay, so it's at 7th and Poplar, right there on 8th Street. The train is the train track. So this one guy was living under there. Okay, you know he had everything going under there. I mean, this was last year, 0-degree weather out there. And so one day I came riding past there and I didn't see him because he usually be in his sleeping bag and all of that. So I go in there, I tell security, like, yeah, I didn't see the man out there that's usually under the bridge and all that sleeping. Oh, he died.
Wow.
In the cold weather.
Wow.
They would rather, and they try to get them and pull them out of their cold weather when it's cold blue or red or whatever it is. In their mental state, they don't want to go to the shelters.
Well, the shelter,
Well,
some of the shelters aren't
there
that
to
good.
help you.
Yeah, and the shelters aren't that good. So
Yeah.
I guess they go in and get robbed and all this stuff in the shelters. And some of them do not want to go in the shelter. This man died.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you do with them
brother,
when they're like that? What do you do for them?
Some of the shelters treat you as if you are a criminal, as opposed to I'm not a criminal. I just lost my home.
I just lost my
And
home.
some of the
You know what I
shelters
mean?
want to check your finances because you have to pay something to stay there.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about helping. The shelters was supposed to be just how welfare is supposed to be. A stepping stool to help you till you get to your next
Yes,
journey.
exactly.
Well, how many people we know been on welfare all of their life, and then it's a learned behavior.
And we're
'cause my
paying
mom
for
was
that.
on it,
Working
my
people
grandma
paying.
was on it.
Yeah.
Section 8.
Section 8.
I remember applying for Section 8 when I was 21 years old. And they said, you on the list? I'm 56 years old. They ain't ever called me ever.
Never called.
Never called.
Okay, so getting back to what you were saying, a lot of the homeless people, their situation is mental. But again, how do you help them? You don't want to go into the shelters. We don't want you staying on the street, littering the street, because one of you there, then the next thing you know, it's 2 or 3 of you there, and people do not want to see all of that. You know, they don't want to see all that. It's not like they have. That's why they were convening in the parks.
Yep.
But people don't want you in the parks like that. They were making the parks their home. So every time they tell them you have to move, and a lot of times they give you a date. Because remember that when to get them people out that park, they said you have to have your stuff out and cleared by such and such, and or else we're going to forcibly move you. And that's what happened to the people out in the park. Now you got the people like you were saying that were living on welfare. No, welfare is not intended on you and generations of you to live off of. I understand. And then some of their mentality is like, oh, they owe us this money. You know, no, you'll do so much better because we're taking care of you.
Right. Oh, you.
The government. Who do you think the government is? The government is us, the workers.
Yes.
But you know what I do know? There's not enough funding for the homeless because I have a friend that works for Cherry Street. So once the shelters get full, they have to turn away people that need places to stay. They don't have enough funding. They don't have enough space available for the homeless people. So where are they supposed to go?
But that's unacceptable because they have enough space to put people in jail.
Exactly.
So if you build it, they will come. Isn't that the jail?
But you know what they're afraid of?
No fight.
If we build just say we build a facility for people that don't have homes, it's going to be more and more people that come up in there because they're going to know it's there. You understand? There's going to be more and more people.
Have a plan in place.
Yes.
This is a temporary thing.
This is a 30-day thing,
with some form of training or
a 15-day thing, and then you have to go.
Right.
And we have to see you visibly out here trying to look for work or trying to, you know, they found some people that were living out in those canisters. You know, they like the Big 10 type of canisters that they have out there. You know, like, say for instance, you putting your stuff in storage, like the storage containers. They, I know that there's people living in those. Have you heard that?
But don't you have to rent that?
Like the shipping?
But yes.
Oh, okay.
You put your stuff in storage, like U-Haul got storage containers. And people are living up in there renting that because it's cheaper than the street. And you in there with all your stuff. You just don't have no windows and you don't have no windows or nothing like that.
And they have gym memberships and they go to the gym and take showers.
Yes, that's what they do. People are having to make a way like this.
That's hard.
But because some girl, they had this little girl on the news. She had just won this scholarship or whatever, and she was living in a U-Haul container with her mom, getting up every day, going into the public bathroom to wash up and stuff like that, and then going to school. I was like, wow.
With that determination.
See that determination? Exactly. So you don't have a need to live on welfare.
Right.
If this child can do that, living in a container, it's all about what you want in life and what you know what I mean.
And your mentality, your mindset.
But that's also a learned behavior because if grandma was on welfare and their mom was on it, that's how I got on it. Most likely, my daughter. Hey, you ready? You can get on this. It's generational.
Right.
There needs to be some form of. They used to do welfare to work. Now I agreed with the concept, but I didn't like the process because you sending them to work, but you're not educating them. You're not giving them customer service training. So everybody you came in contact with, you knew they were welfare to work. Because they lack professionalism.
They lack professionalism.
Yes.
They need to build programs.
Is you somebody? Is your name? Is you?
Is you.
So what they need to have is programs to teach people.
You need training programs first. You just don't throw people out in the street.
But
you know, well, they did it when slavery was over. They threw us out there. Goodbye. We had no training. How we gonna get a job? And that's why some of them stayed on a plantation and they got pennies. You can stay here and still work here, and we give you this amount, and it'd be pennies because you so scared to go out there because you don't have anything. You don't have anything, and it's kind of like the welfare. You don't have anything, so I'm out here and I keep getting the door closed in my face. But yeah, so we are living in those type of times. You know, we are, and
so we're saying that we are
living in uncertain times. We got the global thing going on.
Everyone is a step away from homelessness.
Our president don't believe in climate change, and it's everywhere around us. You got LA. That's one of their reasons. Their water is low. They didn't even have enough water to fight the fires. And because a lot of people say, well, they know that they catch on fire. Every year they catch on fire. Why don't they have, like, say for instance, if you have a home, and soon as the temperature gets a little hot, the sprinklers come up and start, you know, something to contain if everybody has some type of thing in place.
I hope it hit somewhere different because not only did it hit people, regular people, it has hit people that are in the public eye.
Celebrities.
Like, yeah, celebrities.
Yeah, but they have money to rebuild. How about the ones, everybody over there is not rich.
Right.
So how they going to rebuild? And they cut their insurance. They can't even get fire insurance no more. Because who would give you fire insurance when y'all have a fire every year that takes up hundreds and thousands of acres?
Right.
Ain't no fire department, no fire insurance going to give that to you. Right or wrong? But they mad at the fire insurance company, but I wouldn't do it either, because most likely you're going to have a fire.
Right.
And you're going to bankrupt us.
Right.
And we're paying everybody out. We're not going to have a business.
And allegedly they were saying a lot of those fires were set.
Yeah.
They just weren't.
Whether they were set or not, these people can't get fire insurance in a place where fires happen all the time.
Right.
And so they're still saying people are still want to rebuild it with the air quality.
Yeah, you gonna do that?
With the air quality, the last time we went to Napa a couple years ago, the air quality is horrible over there. I would never live there. That's not fog, it's smog, it's smoke.
Yeah.
And the smokiness. You looking like the air quality is horrible. Who would want to live there and you still inhaling these fumes and stuff?
Yeah, that's hard.
No, but these are uncertain times that we're living in, especially with all the wars that are breaking out. And then you look at the people who they just confirmed somebody to be our defense, military defense, and all of these people that just got confirmed and never worked in these jobs at all, and you got these wars breaking out. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's paying attention, but the world sees how weak America has become.
Oh yeah,
because it's a zoo.
America is a joke.
You got the president and the social media people running the country. Because Elon Musk is like the vice president. That's what, not Vance. Elon Musk is. You know, throwing up Hitler signs and all that. People are just watching like it's a show.
A man got, I forget his name. He got fired for saying that Elon Musk did that.
I know.
But Elon Musk really did it.
He did it, but he got fired for saying it. Because here again, these are the same people that says no more fact checking. It's what they say is the truth.
That's it.
It's what we say is the truth, and you can't fact check us. So they just say something out there, and that's it. And that's what it is. And he got fired for talking against them. That's how they do in Russia. Don't talk against the president or this and that. We'll lock you up and all that. So where's our freedom of speech though? That man got locked up and he said what he said, and he has the freedom to say what he said. But you're locking him up for that.
And it was facts behind
it. And it was fact. It was factual.
So we are living in an uncertain times. But here's something that I am certain of. We need, as the whole world, to start praying.
Prayer.
Because guess what? God, the same God yesterday, today, forever.
That's one thing about it. The world is changing, but God doesn't change. God doesn't change.
But that's why they've removed them from everything.
That's why you get they have a court thing right now because this school that opened up is a religious school, and they're saying that our tax paying dollars cannot go towards no religious schools.
Wow.
Okay, because we can't say the Pledge of Allegiance to. We can't say that. We can't pray in school. You take in God, you really want in God you trust off the money.
Off the money.
You want to separate us from anything that connects us to the Lord. Okay, because you want you to be the Lord. They want people to praise them. That's what's going on. They are becoming their own gods. And yes, this is uncertain times.
Yes.
And dangerous and uncertain times. So are we going to be the type of country that if we are practicing our religion, you want to lock us up?
Yeah, if you're going against the
because
president.
if you So
I don't know who said it, but in the Bible it says, "Your word have I hidden in my heart, that I will not sin against it." I think I may be a little paraphrasing.
Yes.
You can take the books away from me. You can take the building away
still
from
know
me.
the word.
I still know the word of God.
But see, the sad part is, how many of us? Now I know we're going to stand up, but how many is going to stand up?
We got to teach our children. It's for us to teach. My children know the Lord.
Yes,
mine too.
Okay, if you don't teach them, they won't know it. Because it's fading away with the younger generation.
It sure is.
They don't even go to church. They don't even believe in anything but themselves. So yeah, it's up to us to do it. You understand? So yeah, audience, let us know what you think about this. Are we living in times of uncertainty? What are you teaching your children? How are you preparing your children? Let us know. Go to OSC, One Step Closer. Let's talk about it on YouTube. Give us your likes and give us your opinions and your thoughts, and we will be so gracious for that. Right now, we have Moni with Mind, Body, and Soul.
Hey, it's Moni. Welcome back to another segment of Mind, Body, and Soul, where we don't just listen, we do. Did you know that music isn't just for entertainment? Research shows that music therapy can play a major role in improving mental health. Emotionally, it helps people relax, explore their feelings, and even ease symptoms of anxiety and depression. It can lower stress levels and help regulate your mood, whether you need a boost or a moment of calm. So, what does that mean for you? It means the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, try turning to music, whether it's soothing melody or an upbeat rhythm. Let the power of sound guide your emotions. But don't just take my word for it. Give it a try. So what you're going to do, you're going to create a playlist that fits your mood better, or yet make a habit of starting your day with music that uplifts and inspires you. And if you play an instrument or love to sing, that's even better. Expressing yourself through music can be a powerful, powerful form of healing. So that's all I have for you today. So I want to thank you for joining me on another day's journey. It's your girl Moni, and I'll catch you next time on Mind, Body, and Soul. Thank you. Back to you guys in the studio.
Tammy is up next with the spotlight.
Well, Bethel, I'm glad you asked. Hey fam, it's your girl Tam. And today in the VIP lounge, we have a baker. Now her name is Miss Plum. And when I say she bakes with love and from scratch. Now, Miss Plum bakes sweets. So that's cakes and cookies and pies and cupcakes and things of that nature. Look, I'm getting excited. But really, I always find someone that's good on your pocket. She's good on your pocket, and she bakes with love. You just could taste the love in her food. It's so good. Now, I'm going to show you some photos of some of the things that I've had of hers that I've tasted delicious. Okay? And let me give you her information first. So she is Miss Plum's Confections. You can find her at www.missplumsconfections.com. Let me spell that out for you. So www.missplumsconfections.com. Or you can also email her. Email her and ask her for a menu. missplumsconfections@gmail.com. You know I don't steer you wrong. This young lady bakes. And it's nothing like food baked from scratch. Look at these pictures.
We have Sandra coming to you next with Ask Miss Sandra.
Hi, how are you? How are you doing? How are you doing today? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Let's Talk About It. And thank you for coming back for another segment of Ask Miss Sandra. And I have a good one here. It says, Miss Sandra, help me please. Every time I go into the bathroom, there's toothpaste splattered all over the mirror. And I just don't understand. I've had my very own teeth for the past 56 years, and they are all in the same place, my mouth. I don't need a mirror. What can I do to help my significant other to either not use the mirror or to clean up afterwards? Help me. Signed, Splattered and Confused. Wow. You know, you know, I remember I was working with this guy many, many years ago, and he just didn't know how to clean up after himself. And it came to a point where it's like you almost have to question it. Like, it's not a matter of who raised people. It's kind of like what? Like, why are we behaving like animals? And even animals clean up to themselves, to a degree. Splattered and Confused. I appreciate teachable moments. I think I have a teachable spirit more oftentimes than not. And I think definitely, you can mention it to your significant other, like, are you aware? And not in an attackish way, right? They say it's not so much what you say, it's how you say that, which has some validity to it, yes? But however, it's like, I love a clean bathroom, I love a clean kitchen, love a clean house. Is it possible you and I could work together to make sure we're cleaning up after each other, and our common areas are welcoming and clean? When you go in the bathroom, I don't know if you noticed or not, but sometimes you leave, toothpaste and stuff on the mirror. Could you clean up after yourself? Some people don't know that they do certain things, right? And it's okay. It's okay. Tell him, tell her, could you please clean up or not use, if you don't want to clean up, don't use the mirror then. It's okay. It's okay. But to just leave it for someone else to clean up, or just because you think, I love you so dearly, I love you so much that, I just love cleaning up after you. That's not a true thing either, because even that gets boring as well. There are a lot of things we could talk about, but it seems like this is really a pet peeve of yours. And guess what? It is of mine. Clean up after yourself. Okay. Thank you so much for writing in to ask Miss Sandra, and Miss Sandra hopes that she helped. Right? Okay. Back to you ladies in the studio.
Okay, so it's been a great episode as usual.
Yes.
Never enough time. But I want to leave with you, audience, today. Listen, may each and every day bring you closer to your realization of your dreams.
If you have anything on your heart, your mind, your spirit, and you want to get it off your chest, right into the show.
And make sure you check us out, where our name is Our Dress.
And if you're sitting on a talent, sit no longer. Come on out to the VIP lounge and let us put a spotlight on you.
And until next time, we'll see you right back here on Let's Talk About It.
Yeah, you know what?